tuning in once again. We love you, your support. We appreciate your love. When you put us up on your phones, your tablets, your laptops, your desktops, however you're viewing through the waves, we love you and peace. And get some peace with those waves we want to send out to you as well. As you normally do, we thank you, like I said, for tuning in. What we're going to say a greeting to them before I tell them what we've been up to, like we always do.
What's up, fam? You know we doing it like we always do it. Hope everybody out there enjoying this weather and everything. Let's get out now. We waited all winter for this. Get out, enjoy that sunshine, family members and friends and all that.
That's right. That's right. Love, 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 love.
Yeah.
We gotta enjoy ourselves, because time is not promised to no one. So you gotta take advantage of when you get that sun in your face early in the morning and that new fresh start of each day.
It's like feedback. Yeah. Okay.
It's allowing you to be able to meditate for just a second. You ain't got to do 30 minutes, 2 hours, or none of that. All you got to do is just give him recognition for a second, for thanking him for blessing you for another day. That's all it takes is a second. Just like all it takes is a tiny faith like the mustard seed, like, the old folks used to say, So just do that, and I promise you, you'll have a beautiful every day. With that being said, what's been going on with us is that I still been working on trying to get things in order for the next level for 2GO, some more outdoor events, and some maybe some up indoor events on my solo music. As far as with the songs that I have out there in distribution on SoundCloud and Spotify, which is Back When and Boss Hard and I'm looking at my sister here. She said she gonna help me stop saying so much. She just gave me that look. But with that being said, it's just a little more feedback in the mics.
That's why I'm going.
Yeah, so I think they're up too loud or something. But with that being said, we and like I said, the music I'm still working on, trying to get those songs out, get you guys hit. I'm still working on trying to line up. Like I said, I'm trying to get some things up for the next level for 2GO, as far as my music and videos and writing some more. I started writing some more as well. So I got offered some Jamaica music, way from West Negril. I got offered from an artist down there. She does beats. And I'm getting some, probably I just got them already. So the artist down in Jamaica, she's she makes her own beats, and she's going to send me 5 beats, and I'm going to try to write to those Jamaican sound beats that I'm getting from the young lady down there in Jamaica. I can't expose her as of yet, till we do some more negotiation on the beats and arrangements and stuff like that, because everybody has to get that paper signed, you know what I'm saying, because words just don't do it good enough these days, even though it's one love. But anyway, that's in the progress for me. Brother Lawrence is still working on, his band and still trying to formate it and get it in formation, to bring that out to you guys soon. And so don't sleep, like I always say on the show, because 2GO, we about to be on the go. So just keep that in mind. With us today, we have 3 guests really, but one is, a pair of them is really one. When you get married, you become one. So we have two sets of artistry. Really a man behind the scenes, which is to my right here, maybe to your left, Mr. Kojak. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we have the Misfitz, the couple coming up shortly in the next half. So, like Brother Lawrence was saying, I'm not a go-go connoisseur, so he will probably be doing most of the questions, as he knows most of your background and everything. But basically, I would just be doing some stuff about afterwards, y'all interview, his questioning. I'll be just coming back up like for today or what's going on for today with you and everything. That's how we do stuff back and forth. But anyhow, so I just want to welcome you once again. And if anybody you want to speak out to the viewers, there's the camera right up there under the clock. You want to sell anybody shout outs or?
Yeah, I want to send a shout out to my family that's been behind me, virtually all through my life. The Canadas, the Hamers, the Allabys. And I would also like to send a special shout out to a good friend of mine. I just saw as I was coming in here to do this interview. He goes by the name of Floyd, the Ice Cream Man, all over PD County. And want to put in a plug for some of my card player buddies and friends that are going to be listening and looking on Facebook to see this interview and many more to come.
Right.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
You want me to jump in there?
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I just want to thank you for coming on, Kojak. We go way back.
Right.
Actually, we go back to the start of Go-Go.
Yes, we do.
So
we go back to the old Howard Theater.
Yeah, to the old when it was cold in there. In the winter time.
Busted pipes. And people falling off the balcony and then going on back up there and partying.
And the LOVEBOAT days.
Yeah.
So like I said, I want to thank you for coming on the show and the people that's tuning in, the new Go-Go heads or whatever. I always try to bring back some of the old
the vets.
Yeah, the vets, to let them know where actually it came from and hear some of these true stories, right?
The history,
and
our history.
Yeah, our history, and I don't think nobody actually. Well, I can't say that, but a lot of people got memories. But I know you was at Go-Go, but it was also your job to be there.
That's correct.
And so I know you got a hell of a lot of stories. You probably, I know you could write a book. You know what I'm saying? But we just gonna touch on some of it,
Okay.
And because we was talking about doing something a while back,
Right.
Yeah. So, and some of them stories we couldn't even.
Yeah.
we couldn't even just bring it out. It's best,
We just leave that between us.
Right. Yeah. So So for the people that's looking at that don't know who Kojak is, I'm just gonna give you a little light on who Kojak is. Kojak was that guy that before the CD men were out, selling their CDs and saying they got the best this and that. Kojak was the PA man. He was the man to go to for the clearest tapes back in the day. And then when they stopped making tapes, now they ain't never stopped, but when they saying, look, we gotta stop this, you always had access to the good stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He actually worked for Trouble Funk. He worked for High Coast, where he worked for Rare Essence. He worked for Proper Utensils, Benny and the Masters. Anything about Go-Go back then, you named it. You can just, when you ever hear them old tapes and they say, Kojak, give me something in the monitors, that's that man right there. And also, he was that man that would bounce your ass up off that stage and out the door if you was acting out of order. You might look at him now and say, this little frail guy, but back in the day, he was a beast.
But in that work.
Yeah, he was cut up, you know what I'm saying, from the floor up. So everybody know Kojak, and we're just gonna get this thing started. I'm gonna name some names, right? And you just say what comes to your head on that individual. We always keep it positive here. 2G. So one Rio Edwards. Tell me when you met him, how that relationship started.
Let's go back over 30 some years ago.
Okay.
I want to pay homage to Dennis Sterling first, because he was the first one who introduced me to Trouble Funk.
Shout out Dennis.
Rio, and everybody out there.
Okay. He brought you in. You knew him first.
I knew him from around my area.
Okay. What area was that?
Over in Northeast Washington, D.C., right over from H.C. Winston High School.
Okay.
In fact, we both Western Warriors.
Okay, cool. All
And
right.
he brought me in, and I want to pay homage to Rio. Rio was a teacher and also a preacher.
Right. Yeah.
You know, he taught me. He brought me in. He taught me the ins and outs of the game when it came to setting up equipment. He taught me how to be as professional as you can be.
Right.
Because he also taught me when you're out there, you're not just representing you, you representing the sound company.
Okay, cool.
So if you're not handling your business right, the company could be doing an excellent job, but they say, hey, wait a minute. The
That guy right there.
technicians is out there, you know, disrespecting women, or they out there smoking weed or gambling
Yeah,
in the
and then that'll cut the
bathroom or
business
something
flow
like
down
that.
for
Then
that.
they say, well, okay, well, we can't use this company, so then I'm costing the company money. So he always taught me, be on time, carry yourself like a gentleman, and represent not yourself, but him and as your boss, and also the sound company. But
Okay.
it's a business
That's
at the
right.
end of the day.
Right. Okay.
And
So,
that's why I always try to carry it.
all right. Shout out to Rio, and that's how I actually met you through Rio because I was coming out there a lot, dealing, you know, with Rio. James Funk.
One of the best bosses in go-go when it comes to respecting you as your craft, respecting you as a gentleman, a man, and paying you the way you deserve to be paid
No, that's what's
for
up.
your
right there.
work ethic.
Okay, that's what's up. Shout out Funk.
Shout out.
Okay, The Godfather, because we know you went out overseas with him, right?
Right.
How many places did you travel overseas with Rio? I mean, with Chuck?
At least 10.
Wow. Name, just drop a few.
Dusseldorf, Vienna, Austria, Berlin, Linz, Lance,
London.
yes, London. Also, the building, if you remember, What's Love Got to Do with It? When the real Tina Turner came out on the stage and the both of them had to be on there toward the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Chuck Brown played in that same building. It
Wow.
looked like the Howard Theater, a bigger version of the Howard Theater, but it was called the Historia back then when we played in it.
Okay.
But
Cool.
when they filmed that movie, that was the same.
Same building,
I
okay.
recognized that.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
what's up. Yeah, Chuck, Godfather, he did it big. A lot of people don't know how big he actually did. He did
Yeah.
it worldwide. It was Tokyo too, right?
I was supposed to go,
Okay.
but the budget called for 10 people.
Okay.
And that was, Rio explained that to me. He said, I wanted you to go,
Right.
but the budget was for 10 people. That was 9 people from the band, and he made 10.
Okay.
So it wasn't in the budget for 11 people, so I did not go.
Okay. So I want to ask you, but you know, you got to see a lot of other places. You say over 10 places. You know, some people never even leave.
Some of the
country.
places that I
You know what I'm
can't even
Remember the name or
remember the
pronounce
names
it.
of them.
Wow.
Bremen, Holland.
Okay.
There was quite a few places over there.
Was you on that Germany one? Or you ain't
Yeah,
get it?
those places was between London and Germany.
Okay. Cool.
Mhm.
All right. So how did they like the music over there?
They loved it. Shocked me. We love you, Chuck. Don't leave, please. Man, hey, it was unbelievable to me.
So that's room for growth. You know what I'm saying? For the bands that's doing it now. I know they stay here and get their money, but if they can hook up that net overseas,
Yeah,
you can get some bigger money.
right,
You know, and you come back, if you got loyal fans, they can support you anyway.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I say travel and see the world if you can. That's
Right.
what, you know, music is universal. So with that being said, Big Tony Fisher.
Dynamite young brother. In actuality, I never mixed Trouble, but that was the first actual go-go band that we did sound for. Rio was was the manager for Trouble Funk at the time when I came on board.
Okay.
So, of course, we got to travel and do a lot of things with them. In fact, when Chuck Brown went to Germany, Trouble had already been there.
Oh, okay.
But Dyke had carved something in a little message for any
Okay.
bands that came up behind them that had anything to do with go-go.
They was there
So
first.
TF is here. You know,
that was
everybody
cool.
else came after that.
Right. And
You
that
know.
was where? What part? What that was in London? You say?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
okay.
in Berlin.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what's up. So y'all seen that. So give me while y'all was on that tour, different places in the country, give me something that stick out in your head that you was like a wow moment.
Yeah. Well, first of all, the food was horrible. The best meal I had was in Holland.
Oh, okay.
Secondly, they have a place over there called the Autobahn where you get a ticket for driving too slow.
Oh, okay.
There are
Wow.
no big cars over there.
Mm.
There are no Cadillacs or anything like that. Everything is small and fast. The electric over there is 220, 240, not 120. So virtually
Right.
everything over there is a range club.
Okay.
And as far as the Mercedes Benz over here, it's everything to people over here. Over there, they use them for cabs.
Okay, because it's probably come from
Yeah.
over there. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's just some things you notice, but I'm talking about like a wow moment with the music, with the fans, or something, that stuck with you. You know what I'm saying? When you got back to America.
Well, in actuality, one of the planes that we rode over there, Cher and her entourage was on the same plane.
Wow.
Oh
They,
yeah.
she had an entourage of like 40 gentlemen standing around her looking like football players or wrestlers or whatever.
Right.
But of course, we were in what you want to call clipper class or regular.
Uh huh.
But she was in first class.
First class. Did y'all
That
get
was
to
one
meet her,
thing.
or y'all just seen her?
No, we didn't get to meet her.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's-
Chuck did, but I didn't.
Right. That's Cher from Sonny and Cher duo.
And one of the
People don't know.
hotels that we stayed in, and I think Liza Minnelli was in the same hotel, and the R&B group Houdini.
Right. So it seemed like Go-Go was on a certain level, and some kind of way it is not on that level anymore. That's what it seemed like. But it seemed like it's trying to get back to that level. Being as though like they was this Sugar Bear was on the BET Award, Funk was on it. What you think the reason of that is? Why is that?
Well, how can I phrase this? Well, first of all the other groups seem to have a little more unity and working together.
That's
Versus
what's
the
always been
groups
said.
here.
Yeah.
That was back then. They had more unity. You saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
and still today,
Mm-hmm.
they get together and they put a show together or whatever to help another artist that might be down, make some money and help him get back on his feet.
Right.
Here it's probably not like that.
Right.
It's like Ras is over here, this group over here, this group down here.
Everybody doing their own thing.
Yeah, everybody doing their own thing instead of one group get out there and make it big, then
Get at. I said that a while
take
back.
a couple of other groups out there and
Yeah,
let
or
them be
even
the opening
share
act
or
for
share
y'all.
the connect or share that
Yeah.
connect.
Share that
That
connect.
would be
That
like,
way
nah,
you
they ain't
got
getting my
three
connect, I
different
work for
bands
that.
playing out there instead of the one band going out there and playing everybody else's music like it's theirs. You know.
Okay, so basically, what he's saying, just you need more unity. That's the difference he's seeing from back then and now.
To the ones that still surviving and still on their journey, he's saying too. To they
Right.
like Trouble, Red Essence, even though they exchange in and out members, it's still like they're they still have the unity. You know what I'm saying? Whoever comes in new, it seems like it don't matter.
Yeah, it's like Trouble
They
Funk
still-
is Trouble Funk.
Correct.
Tony Fisher is the face of Trouble Funk.
Right.
So whoever come and go, it don't matter. Just like EU,
Right.
I
Right.
ain't say it don't
It's already
matter,
a stamp
but
in
it's a
place.
brand.
Right, a
But
brand. There you
but-
go. Right, correct.
I pay homage to everybody out there in Go-Go. From yesteryear to today and 10 years from now, because It's not as easy as everybody think it is.
It's not.
Right, right.
And the older you get, it's not easy.
And my
Is it,
hat
bro?
goes off to Sugar Bear, and I'm glad he performed that song live. Imagine the doors that's gonna open up for him.
Now. Exactly.
Again.
Mhm.
Right, because he was just down
Second,
the
third
Essence
time
War
around.
like
Right.
2 or 3 weeks after that.
And
Oh,
he had
okay.
Tyler Perry in there doing his thing.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you,
It's gonna be.
and
a
you
connection.
remember if you heard it from Kojak first. I guarantee you in the next couple of years, Tyler Perry gonna either have either EU, some go-go bands, or some go-go music on one of his movies, or one of his
Exactly.
shows coming up.
Right, and it should be. But the thing here is that too. And I know the younger bands or whatever. I heard some guy say something. I don't even know who it was, but it was on social media. It was good the EU did it, but what about the young bands? My thing is, do you have music? Right, for one, is your music copywritten? You know, is it patent? Is you set up? Because a lot of people, they go and they be cranking,
Mhm.
and the only thing they know how to do is just go and crank
Right.
and have a live PA tape.
Right.
Right.
What about some songs that mean something?
Right.
What about somebody say, okay, we're gonna put you here, all right, and they ready to pay you. You looking for cash money, but they looking for a damn
Continue
look
bank
for
account
thing.
or something
Right.
to send
A
it to,
paper trail.
and how you gonna get your royalties? And you be
Right.
like, you lost. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So it's business for a reason, not just show business. You got the show together, but you know, before you just try to shoot other people down, make sure you got your stuff together and work on that. Then you ain't had time to shoot nobody else down.
And I say this for that song, The Butt. The Butt is as popular right now as
The-
at any function as Before I Let Go.
That's Frankie Beverly. And
Frankie
I'm gonna
Beverly.
tell you something too.
And that's
You
pumping
cannot
back
put
up.
either one of those songs on and not have everybody, even the handicap with one leg.
Right,
trying to
right.
Get up and dance.
Yeah.
That's
And,
true.
and the reason that is true to me, I always say this: the Butt is actually the #1 go-go record in the world. Right? To me, the reason why I say that is because so many people know about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They-
You can have good music,
Right.
but if it don't get out there, and I think because of Spike Lee and them putting it in that movie and pushing it worldwide,
Right.
but it still got that crank to it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So
And got the coverage.
yeah,
National
so
coverage. Yeah.
right, so that's why right now today, and then they talking about sex, you know, doing the butt, you know, sex
Right.
sale,
And Taraji and them represented it well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they liked
Yeah.
that. They
yeah,
did.
Mhm.
and so
They did a good job.
I'm glad that was a good show and everything.
Right.
So
They
what I just want to
jump-started.
see is I just want to see that music, go-go music, spread around the world.
Right.
And here it's so tight, so many bands. You say 100 bands, but what if these bands start playing around the world in different countries? Won't be so tight.
Right.
You know, so and so was Switzerland this month, or so. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Get
Right.
that big money, come back. That's the only way you gonna really live like them stars you see on TV.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
good
One-
thing for the internet too, cause you can
Right.
get it out there. You know.
Because some of those concerts that I've seen people do, even if you didn't get paid for doing the concert, you just got $1 from everybody that was in the audience, you'd be set for about 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know.
True that.
Cause it would be like packed to the wall, standing room only.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know. Yes,
So-
indeed. And with that being said, so far as with the history of go-go, and now we're seeing that what artists like big artists have already been sampling, like Jill Scott and who else just recently, Fantasia. She sampled the at the end of one of her fast songs. She sampled the Rare Essence 5 in the morning. You know the
Yeah, right.
So what do you feel about how the go-go is entering and these mainstream artists are sampling with the go-go music?
Because eventually, the sampling is one thing, but eventually, one thing that I noticed that go-go has done for rap, because I go way back to when we used to do shows out at the Capitol Center and Kid and Play and all of them, which put the first little go-go band together or whatever, because they saw
playing that
that
record the other day. They was playing that.
They saw that just two guys running across the stage, cussing and throwing down mics, it's not gonna get it.
Right.
Then you know, you couldn't sell a show out here at the Capitol Center unless you had EU Rass and Chuck Brown, Junkyard, or Trouble on. So now, all of those groups now, instead of just having people running on around the stage, Snoop Dogg and them,
everybody saying stuff.
Every one of them got a band now. They got drummers, they got horn players,
they got the DJ with
they got
even
the
Jay-Z
when
they come out.
Even him.
That's what they want. They want that big band feel.
So you get a whole complete show and not just two guys running around. You kiss this, lick this, blow that, bam, and throwing down the mic.
Right, you came more entertainment now.
Yeah, you're entertained. You got women dancing. You got solos. You know, you got the whole
show.
Yeah.
It's a whole show.
You got the whole football team, the quarterback, the center, the coach.
You go.
You got everybody doing something. Right.
Okay. So now what I'm gonna do? Okay, was you a part of that Go-Go Live show when Chuck played there at the Capitol Center?
Both of them.
Okay, so we gonna rewind, go back in time. The date of that show, if you can remember, the first one.
Yeah.
Give us a quick run back on your day and your emotions and how you felt. I don't know if you knew the show was gonna end up being that big, but just give us the day in the life of Kojak on that particular day of the first show.
Okay, load-in time is 12 o'clock for everybody. For every group that's out there. Me and my crew, we got out there. Rio came out there with us. You know, he said, okay, I'll be back a little later on. I said, okay, cool.
Hold up for a minute. You say Rio. So Rio, Future Sound, they had that,
yeah.
They did the sound for that show.
No. But he was the mix out there. And he had brought some bass cabinets out there.
Oh, okay. I got you.
You know, he had those bass cabinets out there to give him the extra.
So even though, they had another company, but he was actually doing
right.
The mix.
He incorporated some bass bottoms to give him that thump.
That thump they needed.
Go-go.
Cause that's what go-go is.
Right.
You know,
thump.
Go ahead.
Right. So, you know, after we did that, you know, we, ate, chilled out and everything. And the way that they bring the equipment up on the stage, whoever's headlining, their stuff go on last. If you're the opening act, which I think was DC Scorpio at the time, he's up front, then whoever come on after them, which may have been Hot Cold Sweat. Then EU, Raz, Chuck, whatever.
He came back up because I remember him performing with Chuck Brown.
Right.
But I think it was Lil Benny. It wasn't Lil Benny Master because I remember what you call him singing.
Scorpio, I think DC Scorpio was first.
And then he came back on when Chuck played live. Okay,
right.
Go ahead.
Right. And so the way that they set it up, as you stop playing, they take your stuff off, and the next group stuff is right there. So all they have to do is just set the mics. That way the set change is only like about 7 to 8 minutes.
Right.
Okay. And the show was Go-Go Live was one of the best go-go shows that could ever be in go-go.
I agree with that.
It was masterfully planned. The way they had that set up. When Funk and them came out, that RE sign lit up, man. That was the first time I saw it, man. I swear I thought I was in heaven. It was beautiful.
Right.
And then Funk came out with the, Travel Funk.
Okay, let me say this then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got, I don't know if everybody got it, but we got the video, we seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Give me some back behind the stories that we don't know about. That's what I'm trying to
One of the most craziest stories that you ever experienced while you were doing these mixing and sounding on the road.
No, I'm talking about that show.
Oh, that particular show then, yeah. That show.
Because like you say, we can put the CD in and watch the show. We know about the show. But something was going on back behind the scene that we can't put the tape in and see. That, like when you just told me about the bass cabinets and Rio was doing a mix, I didn't know that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So give me a couple of more something I don't know.
Well, that was basically it. You know,
okay.
I mean, you know, one time, I mean, for a minute, you know, they kind of like got into it because, you know,
Yeah, let me hear
sound
something.
company
Because it
people
was
are-
somebody, but
it
it
was
was
like, nah, man, we're not, you know, we already got the sound out here, man. We got all we need. Nah, wait a minute, man, hold up. You know, we headlining this thing out here, you know, and when Chuck come out, you know,
right,
we want this thing to be right, on and popping.
right.
You
See, they don't know
and
nothing
if
about
we
that.
got
You know?
that thump out there on Chuck Brown, you know,
Right.
that's an extra push that everybody else in front of them may not have because you got to realize, I mean, everybody that was out there brung it. Benny brung it. EU
Yeah.
brung it. RE brung it. You know, with
Yeah.
that extra thump, you know,
Yeah.
that might have gave Chuck that extra
And
edge,
when
too.
you said that, that took me back to the days we used to play down the Coliseum. And even though we was playing and everybody was cranking, right?
Mhm.
The younger bands, when Red S's or Trouble Funk or EU, whoever was the closing band, it's like that whole system sounded different.
Right.
You feel me?
Mhm.
And that sometimes they was saying they would turn the power amps halfway up, and then when the big band come on, give that like what you
God,
just
like
said.
that, like kind of sabotage thing. Or something
No,
like
it's
that.
just like that was just some politics played in
Yeah.
in the rim, you know, to go over.
But I also gotta say this too. Sometimes it depends on who the engineer is.
Yeah,
Because I witnessed something within the last 7 to 8 to 9 years that I saw
mm-hmm.
that shocked me. And I was working with proper utensils at the time. We used to play out here at the trade wind.
Uh-huh.
And we were the opening act. I mean, we were the headlining group. And Al, light skinned Al,
I know Al, yeah.
I want to pay homage to Al too, because Al brought me in with proper utensils.
All right, shout out to Al.
Shout out to
Mr. Al
Al.
Winkler, my man. And Al did something. We were playing headline,
Mm-hmm.
and whenever we came in, you know, place was jam packed, mostly women, because Listen brung the women.
Okay.
Okay, but then once they stopped playing and we came on, then it was mostly like dudes.
Mm-hmm.
So then the promoter started saying, "Hold up, people are leaving or whatever when Prop Utensils playing, but you know we got a full house when Listen is playing, so they reversed the roles. So
I
that
remember
Listen
that because I
became
remember
that-
seeing you at one of them go-go's out there, and I was asking you,
Right.
how did
Prop Utensils
No,
ended
how-
up playing in front of Listen.
this one was how did, let me do this quick. How did, Listen, you get to play before, Listen,
Right.
you know, but that's what you saying happened.
But
They
they
had more people
like
on the
I
floor.
said, that Listen, I had never even heard them play before. I just, because I'll come in like I'm a band.
And Listen was
member,
the
whatever,
band,
right?
man.
Right. But if you never heard them, and you just coming in there when they going off, you don't know. All you know is you going in and seeing the place packed with more women than men.
Right,
And you know, women bring the guys.
right.
But what I noticed, and this is with the sound thing and the engineer, that night when Listen played before we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened? The next week, when Prop Utensils played,
Mm-hmm.
then Listen came on, and they said, okay, it's too loud. The people in the neighborhood are complaining about the system being too loud. So they unplugged half of the speakers. Al came in with his effect rack. A little rack with about 9 or 10 wires coming out of it. He
Yeah.
hooked it up to the board. When Al mixed that sound, the sound quality was so good
Mhm.
I swear you wouldn't believe they brought a whole different
Nah,
system.
well,
in
Al, nah, but well,
and
Al,
they unplugged half of the speakers.
yeah,
Half of the speakers was
because
unplugged.
he's an engineer, man.
Right.
Because I listen to he can record a show, and you can take that show and put it straight to the radio. You
And
understand
it
what I'm saying?
sounds just like a
Google,
CD.
Googly can do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, so it's they from that old school. You got probably some new guys that can do the same, but I don't know
Right.
too many of them. I know Deuce 9 was making some
Yeah,
good.
he's
he was
very
making
good.
Yeah, so that's real sound, man. But then you got some other people that can't do that. But
Yeah,
like you
I
say,
mean,
if you
some
got a
of
good
them
band, if you
basically
cranking,
effect
and if you ain't got no good
artists.
sound, man, you defeating your purpose.
Right.
Okay, so we up like on the last 15 for the first set.
Okay.
Alrighty. I would like to. So the last 15 minutes. Alrighty. That was a lot of history we got, and like I said, my thing is like so now for the rest of 2019 and 2020, what's gonna be going on for Mr. Kojak?
Well, like I said, in the sound business or whatever, my days of lifting speakers and all that are old. You know, and I'm still learning.
Okay.
I'm never gonna get to an age or a stage where I know everything. You know, there's always more out there to learn. In fact, I'm going to be trained in the near future by Googie. I want to send homage out to that gentleman.
Homage out to Googie.
Shout out Googie.
He'll be training me on how to run the digital boards and stuff.
Okay.
And because I was always a monitor man, I've never done house mixing.
Right.
And nowadays, with the digital boards, monitor men are not necessarily needed because they're running everything off one board.
Okay.
You know, so now it's time for me to come from the board, from the stage to
To the front.
Front.
yeah, and mix with the audience, you know. And he's one of the guys that's willing to, train me, teach me, and I'm a man. I would love to have that tutelage and maybe become a sound man for somebody that, like you said, in the 2019,
In
2020.
Okay, so you still willing to get out there and
Mm-hmm.
still invent yourself, reinvent yourself. That's why I
Yeah,
always tell my viewers too. It's never too late in the game, and whatever your craft is, it's never too late to reinvent yourself.
And I also DJ a little bit on the side.
Okay, see, there you go. So yeah, you got your sound man, big, and equipment, and he don't lift that anymore. So we gonna keep that out. You can get somebody to lift it, get it there. He makes sure the sound and everything goes right for you. And he just said the next thing was DJing. So
Yeah.
Kojak, that's what he's doing for 2019 and 2020. Being all the years that you've been doing this, which has been like really,
plus, right?
really like balancing out of all the experiences that you have done, like traveling to Berlin and all that. A family plays a real key in this.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my main question for people that has been in this your journey
Right.
as long. How was that balance for you, and how did you balance the road, the business, and family?
Well, I raised my son, from 3 months old to the man he is today.
Okay, how old is he today?
He's 35.
Okay.
It looks
Right.
like he should be playing for the Rams or somebody.
Yeah,
right
he's a
about
young
now.
version of you back in the
Yeah,
day.
I want to send a shout out to my son, Mr. Montreal Ellaby.
Shout out, son.
Shout out.
Also, and like I was raised from a strong mom,
Okay.
and I have the Canada family, / Hamer family, 5 sisters and 1 brother, and they were very supportive in me, and they helped me to raise my son and get him where he is today.
Okay.
Okay.
So was it hard balancing it though while you was trying to do everything you were doing?
Not really.
Okay, okay,
Because,
that's what's
like I
up.
said, you know, when you have a strong parent,
And back up in a support
Right.
system like your family.
then you
Everything
know,
falls in place.
everything falls in place.
And that's what it said, you know, out of all things, when you make love the factor, everything else will fall in line.
That is correct.
Yes, indeedy. So with that being said, any questions you have for Kojak? We got the last 11 minutes.
Okay, if he's gonna burn them, I'm just gonna ask some things that whatever come to mind. Give me 3 of your favorite go-go songs ever.
Oh man, that's hard.
Straight Up Go-Go album from Trouble Funk. That was
Okay.
good.
Yeah, that was.
Rastas Live from the Metro Club.
Yeah, I got that. I got both of those.
That was good. And I guess I would probably have to say the Butt.
Okay, and them 3 good ones. The number 1 drummer ever in go-go, from your perspective.
Probably the time at the Panorama.
No, I'm talking about the actually drummer. You know how you got all these bands and you got all the drummers got a band. I mean, all the band
all
has
the
a
bands
drummer.
have a drummer.
The number 1 drummer from your experience in the history of go-go. That thing keep coming down. I'm gonna take it up in a bit.
I gotta go with Ricky Wellman.
Okay, I thought that's what I was thinking too. Right?
Yeah, I gotta go with Ricky Wellman.
Shout out to Ricky.
Because
Wellman.
Shout outs to
He
Ricky.
passed. May he rest in peace.
When-
Yeah, rest in heaven, my brother.
at that man's funeral, that man had played with Miles Davis,
Mm-hmm.
the Rolling Stones, Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah.
Chuck
Well, the
Brown,
people that know him, we know
EU.
their history. Yeah, he know
Right,
their
right,
history.
right. You know, so
So
none of these guys out here today got that kind of legacy with them. You
right,
know?
right. Yeah, so because I knew him personally, right, and he was gifted at what he did, right, and he actually said when Miles sent him a letter in the mail, was interested in playing because Miles was here and he heard "Go Go Swing" by Chuck Brown, and he was like, "Who is that on the drums? I want that drummer." So Rick thought it was a joke at first, and then they contacted him again, and once he found out it wasn't a joke, he was like, "Wow, how much?" You know, it was like he had to get over that Miles Davis want me kind of thing,
Right.
right? Once he got past that, he just had to go out there and do what he did. And I asked him, I was like, "Do you think of some of the stuff that you do?" And he said he just be in a zone and it's come naturally.
Yeah.
So that was that. So now we got the number. You was getting ready to say something?
Yeah, I had a shout out. I mean, I had something like that happen to me before. Rest in peace, Bushwick Bill. But
Rest in peace.
we
Rest in
had
peace.
did sound for Rassens and the Ghetto Boys.
Okay.
Lulu Brown and a couple other people had played back some years back when the Ghetto Boys was hot. They had played a few gigs with Rassens.
Mhm.
And Rio had me mix the monitors for the entire gig. And Rio had mixed the monitors a week previously before that down there at Virginia Tech or somewhere where they had Raz and them had played with them a week before that.
Right.
And one of the mics, they didn't change the battery in the cordless mic or something. They got a popping and cracking and
Mm-hmm.
you know, of course, you know how these rappers are. They had got in, you know, a little kerfuffle, you know.
Oh, okay.
So when the week later, when I was there on that gig, they saw him. They said, "Oh man, here we go again." He said, "Nah, my man Kojak got the monitors. He gonna mix the monitors for everybody today, and Googie's gonna mix the house," which he did.
Right.
Okay, at the end, you know, we breaking the equipment down, me and Rio. I said, "Hey, man, see, everything went well, man. You know, we had no problems at all." So Bushwick Bill, you know how like normally they be the ones that leave, you know, as soon as it's over. He's walking by with two females and he said, "Hey, you, thanks for the wonderful sound." I said, "See, Rio, the man telling you, man, you did a good job." He
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
No, not him, you.
Oh,
He
okay.
said, you have a number? You know, you don't know how bad I want to get a man my number. But, you
Real,
know,
your boss standing there
yeah,
watching.
but you know, out of respect, you know, I said, nah, man, you know.
Yeah.
So,
See, that's what I was talking about. Some of the behind the stories.
Right.
Yeah.
And so now I can imagine how Rick felt when he got that second call from Miles Davis.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Well, Rick did. You know, Rick. He did.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
the
ended up-
opportunity.
Right,
Yeah.
right. You know, but like I say, you know, I couldn't.
And then some people actually are made for the big stage.
Right.
They built for greatness.
Right,
And then that's
And
why I
he's
never
one
try
of
to
them.
hold people back.
right,
You know, because people gonna come and people gonna go, but I always try to wish that person well. You know,
Right.
if you elevate.
right.
And, so with that being said, we gonna put a little music on and get ready. Go ahead, guys.
Can I say one more thing before?
Yes, you can.
I've got to pay homage to my main man, Mr. Greg Herbert.
Okay.
He hung in there with me, you know, through my years of mixing with proper utensils. And
Who was
I
he?
said,
He
he was
was-
my right hand man. He had came from Hot Cold Sweat
Okay.
and Pleasure from back in them days when I used to, you know,
Right.
mix them and different stuff like that. And you know, he couldn't. You know, a lot of people, you know, didn't. I gave him an opportunity.
Right.
He worked with me, and now he out there doing his own thing. Big, I want to give a big shout out to him and the sound company he works for, Earth Brown Sound Company called Unique Sound.
Yeah, unique. Yeah, everybody
Yeah,
know unique in
right.
this area. Cool.
And you know, so each one teach one. So in closing, I hope that, like I said, Rio brought me in. I learned some things from Al. I learned some things from Rio. I learned some things from Googie. Like I say, each one teach one. I hope that the technicians out here today, or the sound men or engineers, you know, if you see somebody that wants to get into the game, you know, teach them, help them out, pull them up.
Right.
And if the go-go bands do the same thing, then technicians can go worldwide and so can go-go.
Yeah, and that's how, you know, a connect can come through that.
Right.
All right. Thank you again, my brother, for
Thank
coming
you
out.
so much for coming out.
And thank you for having me.
No problem. Just phone. I tell you, just keep
But
everybody
you don't
busy.
have to leave yet. We're gonna take some pictures, but you
Yeah,
can just,
Okay,
afterwards.
cool.
We'll do another interview. We're gonna do the second
So let me
interview.
hit some music real
How
quick.
long from now? Because I'm going to run out and get something to eat.
Okay, you
can do
good.
that. We got,
Okay.
because we're gonna be here
Another
till, like,
hour.
Another hour. So
Okay.
About 45 minutes to come back. We'll be good. Thank you. And that's good time. Oh, thank you. All right, our favorite time. As always. He'll be back. Thank you, Kojak.
Lord, I love you,
No one writes this music, but enjoy. No infringement intended.
baby. Oh, yeah. fantasy real. You gave me this beating, baby, this rhythm inside. You made me feel good and feel nice and feel love. Gave me paradise. So shouldn't I realize you're the highest of the high? If you don't know, then I'll say it. So don't ever wonder. Don't ever wonder. Shouldn't I realize? Shouldn't I realize? You're the highest of the high. If you don't know, then I'll say it. So don't ever wonder. So tell me how long. How long's gonna take until you speak, babe? 'Cause I can't live my life without you here by my side. You gave me the feeling in my life. So shouldn't I realize you're the highest of the high? If you don't know, then I'll say it. So don't ever wonder. Shouldn't I realize? Shouldn't I realize? You're the highest of the high. You're the highest of the high. If you don't know, then I'll say it. So don't ever wonder. Don't ever wonder. Shouldn't I realize? You're the highest of the high. If you don't know, then I'll say it. So don't ever wonder. Don't ever never question me. Don't ever without you, there's no never can't you see? Can't you see?
I wonder if she could tell I'm hard right now. Yeah, come on, dance for me, baby. Yeah. Uh-oh, you feel that? All right, come on, don't stop now. You done did it. Come on, yeah. All right, hold up. Baby, when we're crying, that's right. I get so excited.
switching the music up a little bit.
Okay, putting that music on.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back. The music you hear, you say we do have the right, because the owners are right here. So this is the Misfitz.
Been out of the game and now I'm walking on the scene. It's been a minute, but I think I recovered my dream. Hashtag overcomers, the name of the theme. There's a way to seem it right, but that's just what it seems. Yeah, this a real story, and it's not about me, but it's to give him glory. I know you all can relate now. Looking for relief from the stress that's got you laid down. I'm here to tell you, you can pick it up again. There's a soldier inside and this war's to win. You're not alone in this world with the war you're fighting. Get some help for your soul if you want some enlightenment. Let's get it. Let's take it to another level. No more burying dreams, get rid of the shovel. You got a life and you know that you're destined for greatness. So get your dreams off the shelf and go ahead and chase it. We them overcomers. You an overcomer. I'm an overcomer. Yeah. What? Baby girl, I know it seems hard for you. You've been looking for a job and it's hard for you. Got a few little mouths to feed. You're feeling all alone and you wanna be free. And my brothers, they're standing on the corner, wanting better for your life. You're not alone, son. To all my people, they're struggling dealing with them drugs. You can overcome and focus on the man above. Life sometimes is tough for a season, but looking back, you overcame for a reason. You are better, you're seeing much clearer. Now you're cleaning up the one you're seeing in the mirror. How you see yourself is very detrimental. I hope you're seeing an overcomer who can win though. You can do it, there's a fighter living in you. Go ahead, take a shot with all that you've been through. Let them know, they looking at the realest. Overcomer in the flesh, yeah, can you feel it? You a winner, ain't no doubt you're gonna finish strong. Rewind it back and listen to the lyrics in this song. We them overcomers. You an overcomer. I'm an overcomer. Yeah. What? Pain is real and sometimes it really hurts. Wondering and thinking about your life and what it's worth. Do I move forward or do I quit here? I need some lifting up and yes, I'm so full of fear. Put the brakes on, think about it, contemplate it. You know you're stronger now, no more doubt and don't debate it. Pressure generates power from the inside. You want freedom, open up and let yourself out. You can conquer, the overcomers in you. And if you need some help, get a prayer through. Seek the Father, cause I'm telling you, He loves you. He's been watching your back and all you've been through. Dust yourself off and pull yourself together. Put your focus to the sky, yeah, you can handle any weather. Get your faith on, confidently stay on the go with your dreams, cause you can do it better. No more slacking, send your feelings packing. Be about your business, boldly taking on whatever. You are stronger now, so don't back down, cause overcomers never ever let up. We them overcomers. You an overcomer. I'm an overcomer. Yeah. What?
All right. Thank you. That is nice. Overcomers. I don't know if you guys was listening to the lyrics, but we will give you all the information where you can get the CDs when we go to wrap up. But yes, this is the wonderful duo, dynamic duo that was at the block party at Ivy City, and I was just telling Queen here, it's okay. He can make the noise because it's real TV, and he want to get his say in. He get his say in. He probably saying, "Hey y'all, I'm down here too. I'm down here too." There he is. Yes. So the Misfitz is in the house, even down to the baby. So
Baby Misfit.
yeah, mini Misfits.
He got an outfit too. We just ain't put it on.
Oh, okay, that's what's up, baby. See, that's what he wanted. Look, He wanted to come up here and see what was going on. He knew it was something
So I
going
wanna get
on.
into something.
Yeah, he felt that energy. He said, "Nah, it ain't no energy down here. Let me get up here and get caught of the frequency." So with that being said, Mr. and Mrs. Misfit. So how the journey? Can you start? How first of all, how did you meet? Because I know you weren't born and just was like came to Misfit. So give us a little bit briefly of beginning of the journey.
Okay, well, actually, I was introduced to Aaron by my cousin Nadia Cole, and
All right, Nadia Cole girl, you see what you got created, started here.
yeah, and when she introduced us, I was introduced as a singer.
Okay.
I've never rapped before I met Aaron, and I came and I made a
Say
song
so.
with him, which is on Misfits Volume 1, called Higher.
Okay.
And that was the first song we made together, and I was singing on the song, and then he told me, he said, now do a little verse, rap a little something, and I was like, whoa, I write, but I don't rap. I don't actually rap.
Right.
And he said, just try it. And I tried it on, that was the first time that I rapped before it was recorded. And from there, that was just the beginning. He called me back one day to do a go-go track called To The Top, and that's also on Misfits Volume 1. And when we did To The Top, I wrote the first verse, and as soon as I wrote the verse, he balled up his verse, him and his friend who was there as well. Two people who were already musicians, rappers. Juicy is
He's a rapper.
he's a rapper, yeah, and a
Okay.
DJ, yeah.
Go-go rapper.
So a go-go rapper, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so they balled up their verses and was like, okay, since she wrote her verse, we not gonna do what we just wrote.
Oh,
so and I was
man.
like, really, it was good. And they was like, yeah, that was fire. Called the fire
Wow. You
department.
made yourself, huh?
And after that, yeah, he was just like, you are a rapper. And I'm like, okay, but I want to sing. I always sung in the church. So that's how we kind of started collaborating with each other. And then over time, of course, we developed the relationship. And then eventually.
You laughed on that part. So that's when you came in there, huh?
Yeah. And eventually we just became the Misfits. That was something where we can both. My artist name is Super Me, and his is Double A. He was already doing music for like how many years?
Since 2007.
Since
So
2007.
Double A and
Super Me.
Super Me,
Meek.
Meek.
Yeah.
Okay, like Meek. And
Like
M-E-E-K.
Yeah, M-E-E-K.
Meek.
Meek,
Okay,
yeah.
Meek. Super Meek. Okay.
Yeah. So we collaborated. He kind of mentored me through the process, and we came together. And ever since, we've been making mixtapes and performing different places. And this was my dream as a kid, and it's kind of like, wow. I mean, it's realized. And as an adult, I'm kind of glad it happened to me now and not earlier, because I'm mature enough to be humble and to enjoy it and take it for what it's worth. It's not make believe nothing for me. I'm doing this from my heart, and what we do is inspirational hip hop and R&B. So
Correct.
it comes from our heart and our soul and what we truly believe, and our experiences.
Right. So from that was the beginning. So once you got introduced and you got to fill in, and then then the courtship and relationship started.
Yeah.
But it's still y'all were able to keep the relationship beside the business and still build, and
Yes.
and that was the magic part of the whole union. I can see.
Yeah.
Now then when you got into it and y'all got the blend and everything together, so both of you guys do all most of the creativity far as like writing the words, doing the
Yes.
music, arranging the music, picking the
Yes.
beats, or making your beats, or
Yes.
and I also see your husband also take pictures.
Oh,
So
yes.
he's also a videographer and a
Yes.
photographer as well.
Yes.
So he got a lot of hats. This couple got a lot of hats here.
Yeah.
So don't sleep, like I always say on the show. Don't sleep on 2GO, because we got some people that do some things that come through here. So y'all better not sleep and get this info. Okay, but with that said, so how the creativity, how y'all balance that?
You want to say
Basically, just being open, flexible. Initially, when I started recording us, I've been producing since 2007, so I kind of get a gist of the equipment, recording, mixing, and mastering. But I also taught her a whole lot about that as well. But
Good to
basically,
know.
anything that we do, of course, any lyrics, like You guys heard the trap out there, Trinidad. You know, they're our personal experience. They're like testimonies. You know, it's reality. Nobody writes for us, but when it comes to recording, I do most of the recording. And she's a writer. She can write a verse in seconds and remember it, record it. But most of the mixing and mastering I do. She has done some. As a matter of fact, you did Priceless.
Yeah.
She did a couple of songs. But what I do most of the time is, because my engineering skills are a little bit more well together. You know, I kind of
That's
focus
right,
on doing
baby.
that over. You know, she does the writing and
Right.
singing and rapping. But I kind of stick more to the engineering stuff.
That's right.
You know, especially
Microphone
building,
check.
you know, a song in the mixer, you know, putting it together. I kind of focus on that more. But anything else, we flexible. You know, we just open. So,
I have
you
a
know.
question.
Okay.
The name Misfitz, where did that come from?
Okay.
This is good. This is good because I'm telling you, that name,
Yeah.
it has several thought patterns that people think when they see it. 'Cause
Right,
you know, there's
right,
a logo
right.
on
Right,
the Misfits.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's spelled just like this, but we're not them. People
Right.
approach us.
So
and say
y'all
it
was
all the
there
time.
first before them?
I don't know. I just know, you know, initially, Super Meek and Double A is from Studio Praise. That's our
Super
business.
Meek and Double A.
Yeah, Studio Praise LLC is the studio
Okay.
for recording audio, vocals, video, and photography.
Okay.
And that's
everything
Studio
is
of
Praise.
of Praise,
It's
okay.
on Facebook. It's on YouTube. You name it. Type in Studio Praise, it'll come up.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
That was initial. But the name Misfit, she came up with. And I'll let her tell you where Misfits really came from.
So we were just playing around with a mixtape. We went before Super Meek and Double A. We made music together. I really wanted to do a solo project, and that's still in the works. And I wanted him to produce me because, you know, he knows all the different engineering, you know, techniques and methods, and he taught me how to find beats. He even makes beats. He made Higher, the beat for Higher, and To the Top, the go-go track.
Y'all
when
better
we
move
start-
out the way, make room for a little mini mic in that studio.
Oh my
He already
gosh,
on
he
it?
does.
Oh,
He
okay.
actually raps and talks.
I got
mean, it
drums
sounds
and
people think I'm
congos.
crazy, but I'm serious. He actually rapped my verse before.
See, and I didn't even know that.
You know, I got
Yeah,
I didn't
congos
know
but he
and
that.
doesn't
drums
say
at
he
home.
didn't say the
beats
words.
them.
Right, I
Yeah.
understand.
He gonna come up
the
in
melody
there.
Yeah.
Go-go congo
and the
player, too.
tone,
I've been playing
which
for over
is
30
amazing.
Okay,
And if
yeah, I
you,
remember
if
you
you
saying
follow
that.
me on Facebook or Instagram, you'll see him actually say Nassau. He put on a Nassau suit, and that my stepfather gave him. I put it on him, and I was taking pictures of him, and then I recorded him, and I said, "Say Nassau." He said Nassau, and everybody was like,
wow.
"No, he was 4 months old." They were like, "A 4-month-old."
He's coming. He's gonna come right in. That's what. See,
Yeah.
I better make a little mic in the studio.
Already putting it in front of his face.
Oh, okay. Yep. No, I'm saying
Drum.
make it so he can crawl right on
Yeah.
in there
Yeah.
and sit down with his little mic and his little headphones.
You know what
and
you can
get
do
right there.
too?
Yeah.
Swiss, what's that producer from Virginia?
Timberland, Justin Timberland. I mean,
Justin Timberland. He did a beat and he sampled his son. I
Yeah.
can't do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
do something like that.
Yeah,
and put it in the
I've done
music.
recordings like that.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, I
cool.
just got to
That's
get
the
him
sound.
a
Yeah.
recording.
oh, okay. He said
Right.
that's how it goes.
Yeah.
So-
Mini Misfit on interview, y'all. He had
Yes.
to come and let y'all see. This is interview too.
Yeah.
Look at him.
He gonna be able to look at this interview years.
And say,
from
I
now.
was on
Yeah.
TV. I was already out there doing it, Dad.
Mhm.
Yes, yes you are.
So-
It's okay. It's okay.
The Misfits.
It's
came
all right.
From, us just making a
Mhm.
mixtape. So the mixtape was going to be called Misfits. But the more that we played with the name Misfits, it was like, wow, that really fits us. And then we start really researching, you know, the meaning behind what we actually meant, what it represents to us.
Yeah, 'cause it can mean
Because it can mean different
stuff.
things. Like
To
you said, it's a
different people,
go-go
right.
band. I think they came out around the same time we made Volume 1 or something like that. So it's a lot of different people who use the term misfits, and a lot of
Right.
people use it for a negative connotation. But for us, it just
It
means to
means
be
we-
set apart.
It means we
And-
don't fit in, we stand
Yeah,
out.
we don't
Right.
fit in, we stand
That's
out.
what came when I thought of it.
That's what I thought too.
We
Y'all
don't fit in.
different from
Yeah.
any other
Yeah.
type of
Yeah, if you listen
situation.
to our music, it is
Right.
totally different. It
Right.
stands out. It doesn't fit. Like
Right.
you know, we do like she said R&B, gospel, different stuff. But it's all a positive. Everything that we do, but it doesn't fit. It's like our uniqueness on stage, our uniqueness
It's
in the
different.
studio. When you hear us, and then everybody's like, yeah, together as a team. When you guys get on the mic, the energy, the passion,
and it's not that many teams like that.
No, it's
Right,
not.
right.
Y'all
So,
brought a
and-
lot
and,
of
and when we go places,
positiveness, right?
I mean, the females, they like really feed off of her, and because you notice down in Harvard City, when she got on the mic, the women was like, oh, yeah. I get on the
Yeah.
mic, the guys like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's basically what it means. We don't fit in, we stand out.
And that's the meaning and the energy behind the Misfit name.
And
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
so-
another question I'm
Okay.
gonna stick in there because I always I'm like a visionary, right?
Yeah.
And I
Those
always
the
try to
visionary.
put things together. Okay, like I see y'all do y'all CDs,
Mhm.
right? You doing your music,
Yeah.
and then you got them on all the different
Websites.
websites and
Yeah.
outlets where you can
Different.
purchase them.
Yeah.
So that means you got your business part together. Because there's a lot of people out here, they do the music and stuff, but they ain't got the business set up.
Yeah.
What is
We-
the, speak on that, the importance of that, getting the business set up.
Well, from my experience years ago, especially when it comes to track, starting with the music. Get that real quick. Okay, never mind, stop.
That's all right. We live. That's right. This real this real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Life got to go on.
Yeah.
Baby got to cry. All that. We got
All
to do
that.
all these things up in here. So I'm sure y'all understand. Y'all know how real we get.
Yeah. So what I was gonna say, what I learned over the years, because I produced other artists before I came home. I was in North Carolina for 12 years. Came
Okay.
home in 2015 to take care of my dad, who told me he was gonna commit suicide after my stepmom died 2 years
Wow.
before. So I took care of him up to 2017. He just passed.
Bless your
And
heart.
we're living in actually the house he
Strong.
gave.
So you intercede from
Wow.
him doing that.
Right,
That was good.
exactly. Yeah, I came home and honored my dad. With the business side, you know, from experience, I produced other artists. You know, I had a young lady in North Carolina, Miss McCoy, she's older, and she actually got picked up by what's the lady name? She produces for Kirk Franklin, Gospel Goes Live. Darlene, something like that. Anyway, what I found with the business side, like copyright, publishing, and things like that, early on, I was able to have mentors that kind of school me,
Right,
you know, on the importance of, okay, if I have a song, the music can belong to a producer, which also causes him or her to get royalties, which was cool with me because I wasn't making beats at the time. But I make beats now, but I'm really a writer, so I really like to buy from people. So
Okay.
understanding that aspect, say any song blows up, say any song becomes popular, becomes a soundtrack, on a soundtrack, whatever. At the end of the day, there's some type of credibility or something that comes to you or whoever's a part of that.
Right.
You know, I always tell her and I tell people, when you look at the back of a Michael Jackson or Prince CD, you don't just see Prince up there. You see producer. Everybody
Yeah.
had a hand in that. So at the end of the day, people, when it comes to money, sometimes it's, you know, a little funny. You know, even when people die, somebody left
All
some
the
money,
time. You say
right?
sometimes.
So yeah, there you go. So with that being said, she actually encouraged me here because when I was in North Carolina, I had an LLC. It was actually Yahweh Concept.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
changed the name, which meant Godly Character, because nobody could spell it. And I couldn't tell you to go to my website. If I tell you right now, go to YahwehConcept.com, you be like, spell it. You know,
Yeah.
Studio Praise is easy. You can remember that.
Right.
So with the business aspect, I learned about publishing. I learned about copyright. I learned about mixing, mastering, all of the things that go into what it costs.
Right.
You know, like for us, everything that we do, like the artwork I did, the record, we do it all.
Right.
So we understand that. So with that, we want to be able to, and one of her dreams is to help other people.
Okay.
You know, so if you come to Studio Praise, we can do it.
The
You
whole
do your
span
video.
right here.
We can do your photo shoot. We can do your CD artwork. We can get you published. We can get you copywritten. You know, but basically what we do is we help you with that for a fee of cost for each individual task. But we just point you in the right direction. We are a label, but we're not signing anybody. The only people
Right.
on there is us.
Right.
You know, but we're not going to be the promoter of. If I do a demo for you, say that's your demo. At the end of the day, once I get that to you, you don't owe me nothing.
Yeah.
That's yours. You're gonna.
Because
so
you
the
don't
bi-
want to put that time and energy into that one. You
Man.
got to do your own
Yeah,
thing.
cause and not only that, we're more of outreach. You know,
Okay.
just believing that God is sending us different places to share His word.
That's what's
Number
up.
one, at the same time, inspire people. You know, and you know that's it. But the business part, just she has a degree, a master's degree in accounting. She has several degrees, and
Oh,
on
okay.
her side, she brought a lot to the table mentally to bring awareness to me about certain things we need to do
Right.
As far as now, because at one time I had an LLC, but when I moved home in 2015, I wasn't licensed. So now we're registered in Maryland as Studio Praise LLC. So
Right.
with that being said, it just makes everything safe. It makes everything yours. When you bring people in, I can hire people. Like if I want to use you as a photographer or videographer under our label, we can send you, and then we'll negotiate what you what you want to get paid, and then we take care of all the paperwork and write off or whatever.
Correct. Just like 2GO, we LLC as well.
Yeah.
So it's like an umbrella, cause basically it came from my son's rap group, the second generations of Outlaw, who was ordained by the original Outlaws who were behind Pac. Who also Edie has done one of my singles that's out in distribution now. But just to make a long story short, LLC is very important. Even if you just starting out, even it's just to protect everything.
Right.
So now my solo career, Camille, 2GO talk show, 2GO radio when we out mobile, anything 2GO promoting clubs, anything we're doing it falls underneath for that umbrella of the LLC, which gives you good protection because you have to have that because people out here, we used to say, brother, we got vision vampires and dream stealer killers.
Right.
So you got to protect yourself against those entities because they're out here.
Right.
And if they catch you sleeping, that's why I always say, don't sleep, because ain't no sleeping going on around here. Because I got you.
Yeah, exactly.
Try to go use 2GOs anywhere, please.
Yeah.
I need some money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But don't use it in a negative way. Use me and let me come on out and we do some things with the Misfits and we can bring you a nice show, a good entertainment. But with that being said, licensing, and you being able to do your own, so within that, in your license, do you have the distribution and all that?
Everything.
Okay, that's what's up. That's something I haven't done.
Right.
Getting the distribution rights. Where you can distribute your own music, right?
Yeah. Well,
So he's the owner of Studio Praise LLC, and I'm
Okay.
the owner of Misfitz LLC.
Okay.
So basically, we have two different businesses, which I would say Studio Praise Misfitz is probably under that umbrella, even though it stands alone.
Right.
And the purpose of me doing that is basically because there are a lot of people who use the name Misfits. And if you come up with some creative idea, they can say that they're doing business under your name. And that goes into the legal side of things. And that's the purpose of the LLC is really when you get into the legal side of things, like
Right.
if somebody was to sue you
Mhm.
versus suing your
Company, right.
then you basically can say, okay, this is the Misfits versus this is me as
Right.
an individual.
Right.
And
It
then
protects you, right.
It's protection, yeah.
Right, because that's what LLC stands for. Those who don't know, it's a limited liability company.
Yeah.
That's what LLC stands for.
Yeah, and then so basically, with that being said, I also do business as Misfits Apparel. So I basically make all of the different, like the hats.
all this she made all.
And the
I
shoes.
All
designed
your
it. I designed
paraphernalia,
it.
everything,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
she created
Like
it.
our shirts, they just blessed
Yeah.
us with.
Yes.
Y'all gonna see us rocking, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You're gonna be catching some of my selfies. I'm gonna be rocking this. I might add some little things, you know me. I might put a little hole in the back, a little
Definitely,
heart,
yes.
rock it up, so I can represent the Misfit, so I can look like a misfit. You know what I'm saying? But not in that way, but in a good way.
Yes, definitely. So yeah, Misfits Apparel is also something that's under that umbrella of Misfits LLC. And Misfits Apparel, you can find us at misfitsapparel.com, also misfitsappareltees.com. That's misfitsappareltees.com.
Okay.
And so on both of those websites, you'll see information about us as artists, but you'll also find the T-shirts. I do inspirational T-shirts too. They don't all just say Misfits. As you can see, I see wearing one right now that says
That's
Queen.
one of yours?
Yeah, that's one of
Oh,
mine.
okay,
It
y'all
says
see
Queen.
this? This couple is dynamic. I said it. And I didn't even know all of this.
Yeah, so it branched off to many different things because
It
we have
will.
so many different ideas
Mhm.
and
Creativity.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's flowing, and I'm grateful that I was able to make this connection with him because this is where I was on the brink of. I was a teacher before.
Okay.
And when I met him, I was unemployed. I had lost pretty much everything. And I lost everything because I was already on the verge of saying I want to be an entrepreneur. but I still
Want your own thing.
I want my own
You had to
thing.
come awake,
Yeah.
and it was inside of you.
It was in me, yeah,
Right.
but I had to go through the process of reality.
Yes, that process
reality
is part.
is that you still have to build
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, a lot of
today.
people struggle with that like that in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sometimes you get up in the morning going to work, that'd be like a long ride and shit, or you come off a vacation. But the money is good,
money
you know,
is
you
good,
need it, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. So to being an entrepreneur, it's kind of hard because I really sometimes I'm struggling with, okay, I was used to getting that paycheck every 2 weeks.
Of course.
Versus now, the
Know how that
only
feel.
the only income that's coming in is if someone goes and they support the music or they support the clothing line, and and of course he supports the family as well.
Or do you say
But-
I need some?
Well, we don't go begging, but I can ask him for anything, obviously, yeah. But
Take care of my family.
the point is that as an entrepreneur, you guys know it's not easy, and so if anyone wants to support us, they can definitely find us at Misfitz Apparel or MisfitsApparelTees.com. Studio of Praise on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And all of those places you can either purchase the music, purchase clothing.
Okay, I was going to say, can you get the music as well on the same site?
Both
Okay.
CDs are on the site. Our music is all singles are also, like you said, on all the different channels like iTunes and Apple Music,
SoundCloud, Spotify.
all of
Okay.
those things. Deezer, I guess that's some new thing. It's on all of those things. All of those places where you would normally purchase music, you can find some of our singles there, like Priceless, which is one of the most recent singles that people have been interested in, and you can also find a few others as well. Speaking of Priceless, I wrote a book, and I'm hoping to release the book as well as the album called Priceless in October, and he's helping me with the album, of course, as a producer and an engineer in the studio.
Wow.
Yeah, but I've already
That's
wrote
right,
the book,
Born Your
and
Horizon.
and I self-published it. So I'm just waiting to do the release of the book as well as the CD at the same time.
And what is the
Same
book
time.
is going to be called?
The name of the book is called Priceless as well.
Priceless as well. Okay.
I want to say this too, because I look at things, y'all already got the business aspect set up and it's tight and it's locked. So only thing I suggest that I think y'all have to do is just keep doing what you're doing.
That's right.
Because you remember that guy that just made that hit record, Old Town Road?
Yeah, Lil Nas X.
Yeah, and he said he made that he paid $20 for the song,
Wow.
and he wrote it in 15 minutes, right?
Wow.
But the thing is,
It was catchy.
it changed his life.
Right.
So long as you got your business set up right,
Mhm.
you never know what's gonna be that one hit that changed your life.
Right.
Correct.
And Denzel said, he got turned down a lot of times,
Yeah.
but he kept
Kept going. Yeah.
You see what I'm
He
saying?
failed a lot.
right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. You got your business set up right. Is it anybody? Because I'm sitting there looking at y'all as a couple, and I thought about Beyonce and Jay-Z,
Jay-Z,
and I
yeah.
thought about
Jada,
Kanye. Well,
Will, Kim,
it's
and
like,
Kanye.
Like we call ourselves B and J sometimes.
okay, so
He does. He never told me this.
okay.
Oh!
Hold on, you know what?
See, you got some
Hold on.
juice to
Hold
care
on,
about.
What's the thing? What's the song they sang? He said, "Ride or Die," because we use that sometimes.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh.
Right. So
Yeah, we
yeah.
do say that, but
Okay.
Where do you think we got it from?
Yeah, so what I was just saying, do y'all have any artists that y'all look to and that inspire y'all?
Well, most of them probably are Christian artists.
Yeah, Lecrae.
Yeah, well, single artists.
Like
or couple
Erica and her
talking about
husband
couple.
Cameron.
artists. Yeah, exactly.
Campbell.
Yeah,
I was talking about like
War.
this couple.
Kirk
since y'all
Franklin
a couple.
and his wife.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
definitely, there's lots of couples that are in the gospel industry. I believe that God is doing a movement right now with kingdom marriages, and the movement is basically to take away all of the negativity that's been going along with marriage right now.
Right.
So many
Being in the public eye.
in the
Mhm.
public eye, everyone is making a mockery out of it. It's like you people get divorced within so many years, and
Right, and if you're in the industry, it's not
Yes.
gonna make it.
no,
Right.
exactly. The industry, that's one thing. Yeah, the industry is one thing, but just even ordinary people, it's just like the numbers, the statistics as far as like marriage is concerned, people are
Are very
more
high.
Yeah, and now, matter of fact, less people are even getting married.
They are.
So
Mhm.
it's a kingdom movement, and the kingdom movement
Is
is to
marriage.
Really, is marriage.
It's the
because-
unity of couples.
Right, because
Mhm.
it's a
That's
war
not
too.
designed.
Because it takes a couple.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when he combine you with your soulmate,
Yeah.
when you truly find that person that is
completes
interventionally in
That
and it's his
completes you.
divine,
Yeah.
that is your equally yoke.
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
what the old folks and what we
Yeah.
say now.
Yeah.
And when once you get that equally yoke, you know what I'm saying, you know it.
Yeah.
You know when you got it. You know what I'm saying? And it's a powerful thing because, I mean, it's like you feed off each other. You know what I'm saying? And everything is his energy comes bounce off you. When he's down, you up. And you can lift him up. And vice versa. And it's a beautiful thing because that's why you're saying it's becoming a kingdom. Because that's what it's going to take. And that's why now all of a sudden the priests, the Catholic Church now, they trying to let the Buddhists, the monks and the priests get married now. Because they should have been realized that the kingdom of marriage was the grounding of existence, was the future.
That's how we got it.
Right, was the foundation.
It's obvious.
You know what I'm saying?
There's only two different possibilities: it's a male and a female.
Correct.
And obviously they go together like a plug and a socket, right? So you don't have to try to figure it out. I mean, people like to question what God's design is, and I'm not the type of person to judge anybody. But
Right.
the reality is, it's more obvious than anything.
Yes,
Right.
it is.
And we are here to support one another. The man is here to support the woman is here to support the man. What
And that
he
is so true.
cannot do, I can do, and what I cannot do, he can do.
That's
and
right.
like you said, when you meet that divine partner, the right person, that's when you find that connection where you complete me, I complete you.
Equally yoked.
And
Mhm.
exactly. You
Yeah.
can tell that it was this right here was something that was meant to me.
A divine intervention
Yeah.
on this earth. You got
that's
heaven
like
on
nature,
earth.
you know what I'm saying?
And that's a beautiful thing when you can find it. And when you bark upon it, I tell you, because I've just, y'all has just worked some miracle things in that same order, in that direction for myself. And like you say, when it's done by him, it's no turning back. It's no man can stop it. No man can change it. No man can alter that plan because it was created by, like I said, by God. And once you find that connection, you can never go, that's why things keep growing. That's why you keep giving new birth to new things.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Between the both of you, because it was meant to be.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? No matter how you came
I was
together,
about to say,
it was
when
just
I
meant
came
to
here,
be.
I came with degrees. I came with experience. I came with singing in the church all my life. I'm a pastor's daughter, and when I met him, being a minister himself of music, I came with some stuff. But honestly, I had lost everything. But God had put me right there at that moment where everything that I had already experienced in my life was about to be used. And it's all in those music, and all in the songs. It's in the book. It's in everything that we do, And the same thing goes for him. I think he kind of helped me a lot because what he helped me to see was it's okay. Let it out. You know what I mean?
Okay, she got me so insanely just inspired because I just started Women, the Hidden Treasure, 34 stories of the forgotten stories of the women of the Bible.
Yeah.
And each one of these 34 women of the Bible contribute a lot to, so far I only got like Sarah is determination, Lot's wife was rebellion, Eve was faith. So I just started it, but I'm gonna continue my research, and it's helping me. And every one of these women were behind a man.
Yes.
So it's also amazing to me now. Like you just gave me another glimpse of light, a hope that when you said the kingdom of marriages are rising, and it is. It is.
And it's nothing against anybody.
No, it's nothing against those who are single or who are just trying to find their way. But it's like God wants you to work on yourself, and that's what I tell a lot of people.
I did that for a while.
You got to,
And
and that's why He stripped you. And then when He stripped you, when you thought you was at your lowest,
Yeah.
but you wasn't.
No, it was right at the
You
time.
was right where he wanted you to
Where
be.
you wanted Him would be. So with that being said, we're going to, before the time run out, we got about 21 minutes left. I want to get into a song on the second soundtrack before we get away from us. And which song on there would you like for us to play? What's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and give us the name and tell us what was the history behind it.
Okay, what track is Real Love?
It's on the back. Look on the back of
Oh, okay.
the CD.
Which
Numbers.
one, brother? Pick a song.
It's called Real Love.
Okay, Real Love. I heard you say that 2 times. Hit that one. That's number.
That's number 6.
Okay. Real Love by the Misfits.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Check it out.
And we can play this because they got the
Y'all
rights.
see that? It's tight.
Yeah, I made that face. I put her
And
face
you
and
can
my
go
face
to Misfits
Apparel.com.
apparel.com if you're interested in the music or the apparel.
together.
And Studio Appraise on
And-
Facebook.
And Studio Praise on Facebook. The Misfits, y'all. This is Real Love. A real spit.
I'm a misfit, proper respect to the Almighty and the Most High. Been dropping records, ain't signed a label, but my album's coming soon. Get it, fly over
That's
haters.
real spit.
That's real
Super Meek right there. You just heard.
Straight killer.
Sound like some Remy coming out of there. This is Real Love by the Misfits.
That real love, that's that real love. 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 I'm opening my heart to you, Lord. Can you feel me with just your love? You always hold me down. Never will you let me drown. That real love, that's that real love. That real love, that's that real love. You heal my broken heart. I'm resting in your arms. You take me as I am a contrite heart. You got that real love. Your love is not a charm. Trusting you 'cause I know you won't do me harm. I'm ready for the world. No worries, I'm your girl. You're gonna see me through. Lord, it's just me and you, and that's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. Open up my heart to receive your precious love. I'm sorry for the wrong I've done. Spent so many years just acting crazy. Didn't realize how much you sacrificed for me. I was feeling depressed. You came and you saved me. You told me I was your own. Never will you leave me alone. No need to worry no more. You're sitting up on the throne. So much power you gave and installed in me. But it's in you that I live, move, and have my being. That real love, that's that real love. 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 I'm opening my heart to you, Lord. Can you feel me with just your love? You always hold me down. Never will you let me drown. That real love, that's that real love. That real love, that's that real love. And that's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. And that's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, this ain't no Eros Filet-O, it's just that agape, son. It's living in truth by the word on point through him, his risen son. This world is crazy, they lazy, thinking I believe in limbs. They tried to show me who love is, they totally missing him. He's not a feeling, he's dealing measures of faith to them. He's patient, he's kind, he's one, he has forgiven them. This heart of mine is some wine and these bars I'm spitting out. It's like that bird when he's free, he's headed for the south. My body's the vessel, his words yet they are feeling me. I got that spirit who's holy, he is perfecting me. Love is the image of God and he planted us into the garden. He kept us so we won't be falling. His name is the one that we calling.
That real love, that's that real love. 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 I'm opening my heart to you, Lord. Can you feel me with just your love? You always hold me down. Never will you let me drown. That real love, that's that real love. That real love, that's that real love.
Okay, yay, real love. Got that real love. I like that. That was
The
beautiful.
future.
What was
I bought the lie.
what was driven? Of course, the love, of course. But other than the true love, what else was driven behind creating that hit? That's a hit to me.
Well, I speak on my verse because we took some time to come up with the hook because we had different ideas on it. I'll let her tell you about that. But my particular verse talks about it's basically scripture, and and anybody knows scripture. God is love.
Right.
The world, what it does is it tells us that love is based on a feeling emotion. Well, feelings and emotions change. They can't be trusted.
Right.
That's not what God intended.
No,
that
for love.
That's not what really love is.
Right.
We have an idea for
agape
love. Yeah, you got agape, hasim, and eros. And they have their definitions. But without getting into that, when I wrote the verse, God is love, it stems from describing what love really is. Like, again, people have a view of love. They think love is when you meet somebody, how you feel about them. Well,
the
if
way they
your
look.
feelings- yeah,
Because you love the way they
or the
look,
way they
you
look.
think you're in love,
But
right?
what happens
Which
when
is
that
lust.
What you speaking on? And
Yeah,
it's
Love
four
or lust,
parts,
and like I
you
was
know
telling
about
somebody the other
4.4.
day, you either gonna choose faith or flesh.
Right.
I said I was gonna make a song called Faith or Flesh. Faith or flesh. So we heard we sit at the table. I said, yeah, I'm wrote it down. So,
Yeah.
but love or lust, so they
Yeah.
get confused all the time.
Yeah, but even with that, like I said, that is a feeling and emotion. It's not real. God is love. The reason we're here is because the love of God.
That's
is.
right. That's
And,
right.
and it's
Woo!
unconditional.
Mm.
It doesn't change.
Right.
Which is what you said.
Never
Agape.
changes.
So agape is unconditional. I can say I love somebody, or she can say she loves me, but then when we do something, we don't love each other.
Switch
No,
up
that's
on
not
you.
love. See, love pays no attention to a suffer wrong. It is not fretful. It doesn't behave itself unseemly. It always wins. And I can tell you just in simple things. If I have a disharmony with somebody on the job, whatever, and I choose love, always get the best outcome. If I
What'd I
choose
tell you?
anything else, it fails. Love never fails.
Woo!
So
Say it, brother.
with that being
Mm.
said, it was an opportunity for me to tell people what love is. It's not a feeling. It's not a thing. It's not an emotion. It's God.
Yeah.
Because if He's there, He's always going to tell you the right thing to do.
Correct.
So He is love. Scripturally, it says, "They that are born of God know God, and they that are not born of God know not God. For God is love."
How would you know my people?
Right? How can
Right.
you say you love God
If
when
you
you hate
don't-
your brother that
that's
you
right.
see?
That's
But He
right.
made him, and He loved everybody. I don't care where you are, what you did, what you believe. He created you.
That's
It's just like
correct.
this little guy right here in my arm. This is flesh in my flesh, bone in my bone. Hers too.
Exactly.
There's never a day that I'm not gonna love this guy,
Right.
and this
Correct.
is my son.
That's
We're
right.
God's children.
Correct.
I don't care how bad you got, how whatever. He's not gonna change how he
And
feels
you
about
always my
That's
sister, my
love.
brother. That's right.
That's love.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that changes, that's feeling, or changes up depending on the condition, it ain't love.
Yeah, that when you were saying that it came to me like they
Preach.
said.
Y'all heard it. Don't sleep.
Jesus was on the cross and he's piercing them on the
And He
side.
said,
And he said,
"Forgive them,
because they know not what they
What
do.
they do, exactly. And that's why I
You
was.
know why? Because He loved them.
Right.
That's right. And I always tell my brother right here, brother, regardless, remember, bro, I always say, regardless of how much, we do help other people, we show love to other people. And when they don't know how to reciprocate the love, what I tell you, brother, I say, I just take the L. And I say, it may be a loss to them that they gave me,
Right.
but I take it as love loss. I say, even though they may think they done something to me, but I just look at it as a little love that they lost from
They
receiving
lost.
from me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Eartha Kitt said, me and my sister here was watching her documentary. Say, compromising for what? Why should I compromise? She said, yes. She said, I love to be in love, but I like to invite somebody to come and love the love that I have for myself. I will share the love that I have for myself when I'm in love with somebody else. Yes, they can come in and be in love and share the love that I have for myself, but I'm not going to compromise.
Right.
It's like you said, it's no compromising.
Yeah.
It's
doesn't.
God, right?
True love does not compromise. Period.
Right.
It can't.
And it's unconditional, and
Correct.
besides the fact that his verse is fire.
Yeah.
Oh, her
But
verse 5 too.
But
True.
I mean, the song basically, real love. When I started writing that song, I wrote like a plain hook or whatever. And one thing, this is like one of the first songs that I really did on my own, and until of course, he had the last verse. But he sat there beside me when I was writing. He was like, "No, you don't want nothing basic. You don't want to just say, la 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 la. You know what I'm saying? Like the basic worship songs and stuff like that. 'Cause that's what I come from, singing in the church. We sang hymnals, and we sang also that, happy hands, stomp your feet. So I mean, I listen to hip hop and R&B too, obviously.
Correct. Yeah.
But the first thing that came to me when I started talking about God is like, that worship style type of music. He was like, no, be different, think outside the box, and that's where I start saying that real love, that's that real love.
Mhm.
And he was like, okay, that's
it.
Not just I love you, you love me, not that basic thing. So he pushed me in the studio to be more creative.
And if you now not to cut you up, but if you notice that real love, those are tones, and our body, our spirit elevates off of certain tones
and vibrations.
and vibrations.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the thing about it was my verse was basically coming from that place of after losing everything, family
There
turned
you
their
go.
back on me.
Woo!
I was unlovable at that point because
Mm.
everybody love you when you got all the nice perfumes, you smell good, your hair look good,
Exactly.
your clothes looking
Mhm.
good, you got a nice car, you got your own place, you doing good for yourself, you got a nice job, and you moving up in the world. As far as the world system is concerned.
Right.
So everybody supports you then, but when you don't have the car has been repoed, the place has been evicted, or foreclosed for people who are homeowners, and all the clothes have gotten old because you can't buy no new ones, you don't got no money.
Right.
And, so when you're at that point, you seem unlovable, right? And you feel unlovable, but deep down inside in your core who you are. But according to the world, how it looks at that time, it's like that Job experience.
And what hit me in my spirit when you were saying that was Mary. Was what they don't know when you get behind doors and you get down on your knees. It's the God in me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what hit me when you need to say, well, they don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all know the rights to that. No infringement intended, Mary. But yes. Love is a powerful thing. And that's what I always like to, pass on through my show. And it's just so that me and my brother, we always like to set the place, set the pace and set the mode and the spirit and the frequency in the studio. When we come in here, we have to cleanse and we have to make anew because we like the energy of each interview to be different.
Yeah.
We like for you guys to come in and feel the energy that is positive,
Yes.
and you can be yourself. Even the baby, see,
Yes.
after all he got his thing out and what he do, we still talking, and he done went to sleep.
That's right.
That's God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's all up in this room. I don't know about y'all. I'm high.
He has
I'm
something to
spiritually
share,
high.
too.
And I love it when I get. Because sometimes when me and my brother here talk about the metaphysics, our journey of when he comes in here, break down the colors of the candles, or we'll talk about the signs, and that's why y'all see all this stuff because we normally don't just talk about music and interview people. We also try to give knowledge to our people, and so they can get out there and research the information for themselves because we believe information is powerful.
It is.
And for you guys to come in here on one thing and on music tip and what your creativities are, it's just so amazing how my father always brings the attention back to him, and that let me know I'm still doing what he want me to do in this.
Yes.
I love it with my shows, and we end up bringing him in because you know what it say, when two or more are gathered.
Here he is in the midst. That's right.
Thank ya. Yes. And I just love this spirit, and I love you guys the way you came to the table, even the baby, the humbleness of it all. So you guys, this journey is this is just the bark. You guys got more work to do, and I see he already put it into my spirit. You guys are going to be a leader for married couples. Y'all gonna be a exemplar for married couples. A lot of couples have tried, but I have not seen any that really succeed stand by each other and do this thing. You know what I'm saying? There's either one that's powerful and the other one is laid back. But I see y'all side by side doing this thing. and y'all gonna uplift a lot of marriages. Y'all gonna allow in an orthodox way, not in the old way that they used to sing. Y'all gonna bring up something new that's gonna catch the eyes of these new married couples. That's right. That's right. And it's gonna be a powerful, beautiful thing. And that's not. I don't pay attention to the messenger, cause I'm a fool. Just pay attention to that message. That was just put in my spirit. So, with that being said, we got 6 minutes left. So, what's new for the Misfits and all that y'all do under that umbrella of the Studio of Praise and Misfits apparel? So, what's going to be for in the rest of 2019, which is going by so fast, and what's coming up for 2020 for the Misfits?
Well, I know one of the main
and the
things
Studio Praise. I'm sorry.
want to do is finish her album.
Oh, okay. We got an album coming and the book.
It's called Both
Okay.
Of Them Are Priceless.
Okay.
Really, you know, allowing her to feature her gifts, skills, and talents. You know, to be promoted. And one of the other things we looking to invest in other people. You know, other artists, bring them into the studio. You know, get their projects produced. And not only that, we really want to do more tour. We want to go out. You know, we really believe
On the
that
road.
we have.
That's what me and brother was saying before we sit down.
Yeah, we really believe we have an evangelistic anointing on us.
Yes, you do.
Know,
Yes,
I'm
you
from
do.
Like I said, I'm from the street. I grew up in Trinidad all my life. You know,
Same here.
You know, we was at Ivy City.
That's
I
right.
used to hustle over
More
there,
street.
smoke the boat, everything.
Hey.
Right there. And what I noticed for myself is God is just giving me this confident anointing. I can go on the block, talk about Christ. I can go on the block, talk about the positive. People call me, come to me, and He's made me a leader. So you know the power of influence is there. You know, my pastor used to tell me I had the gift of gab. Y'all know what that is, right?
Of course.
I'll talk you into it. So, with that being said, I want to go out more. You know, you know the inside the church setting, the pulpit, that ain't me. You know what I mean? Even though I've done that. You know, I used to be a youth pastor before I came home, and I've taught the word and stuff like that. But my ministry is like
Jesus,
it's
he
on the
didn't
street.
have a
He was on the
church.
block. That's what I'm saying. But see,
Wherever
that's
he
why
went.
he was on the block.
Wherever
One of
he
my
went,
songs
he
I'm
took
talking
it
about.
with him.
So
Exactly.
that's in me. I
And
want to go out.
that's been in us.
Yeah.
That's what's in our
Yeah.
existence.
Yeah.
It just had to get waking up.
Yeah.
You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? And it had to come within His timing of our season.
Right. Exactly.
So with that being said, and so you feeling the same way I'm feeling, that you know all these different organizations. I still have this vision. I say it every show, that I want to get all these organizations, even LLCs, to come to a big forum
Right.
where we can put our ideas and our voices together and come up with some type of other solution to go out and reach our people, because we giving back,
Yeah.
but we can't do it alone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
it's
they
gonna
don't
take
want
a
us to
team.
do it alone. That's why we have to come together.
Right.
You know, as a network, and that's my vision. I want all these, you know, music LLCs and nonprofit organizations right here in the cities, between all the wards between 1 and 8. You know, try to come together musically or whatever we can do to build this forum and make our voices be heard of all the concerns of our people who cannot get in positions where we are to get the voices heard. You know, and get the subjects and the concerns on the front page. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm in this, and I know He's gonna allow it to happen, because He's bringing people. Because like you say, when the student is ready, the teachers will come.
Yeah.
So I got 2 more teachers. You a real teacher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A real teacher too, Gio. So don't sleep. And with that being said, you heard they said they got coming up. He want to build this ministry. So don't just look at them on the musical side, rapping and all that, spitting fire, because they can do that as well. And you can see they can write about real love and touch on some real subjects. But you see, the true love is to elevating couples, harmony, people in general, of all types of relationships. Because even if you don't have a marriage, any type of relationship you have is a relationship, whether it's friendship, co-workership. It's all ships. It's all building on, you're all on one thing. That's why it's called a ship, because you're on it together. So you have to make reality when you're combining those 2 people together, those 2 humans together, because being human, I used to say, is the worst thing to be. But with that, go to, what's the sites again?
You can find us on Studio of Praise on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, as well as MisfitsApparel.com. Misfits with a Z.
Misfits with a Z. So check them out. Until the next episode, One love, one thug. Everybody, peace. Till next week. Thank you.